What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Peach Basement Show. We are proud to be here after a crazy-ass Comic-Con adventure. We got Cheeseburger, we got Rich, we got my boy Todd from North Carolina. We got a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about not only the season premiere of Arrow and Flash, we're going to talk about Archie, Jughead, Telos #1 from DC, Ninja Turtles issue 50. We got Amazing Spider-Man #1, Spider-Gwen #1, Spider-Man 2099 #1. As you can tell, we got 2 weeks worth of books to catch up on. We're gonna do it slowly but surely. Most of them we're gonna wait for Ramon, but since Richie's here, I gotta take advantage of the Spider-Man stuff while we have the opportunity.
Exactly.
I wanna also wish a very hearty congratulations to my best friend Tommy and my cousin Shannon on getting married last weekend at Comic-Con, which was the reason I was not there on Friday and Saturday. So hopefully all you guys that ran into the basement crew had a lot of fun. We took a lot of great pictures. Thank you all for liking them on social media. Thank you for the attention and everything. Congratulations to Ramon and Shannon and Tommy, and I hope everybody's having fun. Salud. Here's
Tommy
to you,
and Shannon.
to an 18-year fucking whiskey. Please don't come
Tommy
cheap.
and Shannon, congrats, guys.
Now, before we even get into the Spider-Man shit, you had a pretty cool experience at Comic-Con.
Dude, all right. So, I don't know how many of you remember what happened to me last year with Todd McFarlane. Just to kind of recap, last year at Comic-Con, I finally got a chance to meet Todd, and I was trying to tell him that, you know, he was the guy who inspired me to become an artist, and I was received kind of coldly, and I was kind of a little kind of irritated with it. Well, fast forward to this year, and I had a completely different response. I kind of creeped around there because regardless, the guy's heavily influenced my art. So it's like whatever I think of him doesn't freaking matter. Right. So regardless, I wanted to get a couple of books signed, so I kept kind of creeping around McFarlane Toys, his booth. So I go walking over, and he's sitting there and he's doing some sketches, and he's showing people how to draw Batman. So he draws up a Batman, does a trivia question, gives it away. Then he's showing how to draw how to do a person's face. Draws it up, gives it away. Trivia question on that too. Then he's like, all right, I'm gonna draw a dragon. Draws up a dragon, and then all of a sudden he goes, all right, so we're gonna give this one away. He goes, trivia question. If I had every single issue of Spawn from back in 1992 when #1 came out until now, how many issues would I have? Now the geek in me is sitting there going like, wait a second, are we talking variants? Are we talking like mini-series? I'm sitting there going like, thinking too hard about this. Guy like not too far from over from me goes, 253. And I'm like, nope, that ain't it. And all of a sudden Todd's like, yeah, I go, 256. So, Todd gave me original drawing of a dragon.
Fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Which Rich is going to donate to the people at the basement.
Hell no.
It's worth a try.
Hell no. So that was really cool, and then I got him to sign my Amazing 700.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And he was, I told him, I was like, thank you for some great artwork over the years, and he was like, cool. And so much nicer this time around. Who knows, maybe I caught him at a bad time last year.
Well,
Maybe his fucking underwear was riding him. He might have had bat wings going on. Like, that's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Who amongst us has not had uncomfortable bat wings?
Thanks for that fucking picture, you bastard.
You're welcome, sir.
Well, listen, summer did just end, so I'm pretty sure it happened.
How was your experience at Comic-Con this year?
It was awesome. A lot of the same stuff, which every year it gets better and busier and crazier and more spectacular. Had a lot of fun. I actually managed to buy something this year. Woohoo! And
that was a ticket, right?
What'd you buy this year?
A ticket.
I bought, pardon me, I bought the first issue of John Carter, Warlord of Mars.
Nice.
And the reason why is because the very first comic book I ever read was issue number 3 of this series. So a little bit of nostalgia. It was a great price. Thank you, Gary. So I snagged that for what did you give it to me for? Like $14, $15?
Can't really beat that.
No, you really can't.
Guys, from a collector's standpoint, and we had a couple of questions on Instagram when I posted this, which I also got from Gary. which I'm going to roughly grade at a VF Avengers 57. I'm hoping for an 8.0
Beautiful.
when I turn this into CGC. I scored it from Gary. The base price is $415 on the back. I got it for $300 because I've been dealing with Gary for fucking 25 years now, and I don't really go anywhere else.
Doesn't that hurt you for
Just a little bit to
Yeah.
admit. A little
Yeah.
bit. It probably hurts him a lot more.
Then it does you, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, he's somebody who
Need
takes
it-
care of his regulars.
Once I saw it, I knew I had. I was like, I'm just gonna go and spend some money at Gary's, which is what I do. And I saw that, and I'm like, yeah, need to pick this up. Got it for $300, and Gary will always take care of his regulars. Gary Plattman, look him up wherever he goes to all of the major cons. Find him and tell him the boys from the basement sent you. He will definitely take care of you. He might look a little shy at first, but just ask him if he's got munchkins. He's always got donuts.
Nice.
He's always got donuts.
All right. Well, you
pretty
know what?
fantastic.
Some people have different ways of keeping up throughout the convention. For him, it's Munchkins. Fuck it.
Does he still have the Ditko issue?
You know what? I didn't ask him, actually. Gary happened to have one of the only signed Steve Ditko copies of Amazing Spider-Man #1. He got it on consignment.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Signed by Stan, CGC, but it was also signed by Ditko on the inside. There were pictures of the signature, which, as you guys know now, when Gary had it originally, this was not the case, but now you could turn it into Steve Barak, who is a big friend of the basement, good friend of mine, and you can get that signature verified.
That's
It will
great.
come back with a red label, and
Could
you
you
will have
imagine?
one of the only
Dude.
Steve Ditko signed book
Amazing
before he
Spider-Man
went
1.
insane and just wanted to hate on comics altogether.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was a 5.0 or so, and the asking price, not from Gary, but from the seller himself, was 15 grand, which is pricey,
But still, for
but
a
it's also a
signed-
Oh,
Ditko.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, there are more Kirby issues running around.
I might have seen him. We have our version of a Comic Con down in Charlotte. It's called the Hero Con.
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
And he might have been there. I didn't go this year. It was last year, and someone had Noah and the Amazing Spider-Man up there. I was going for 18 grand.
That had to
so
be
it's
him.
probably him. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know.
Definitely.
This is one of
I don't remember
like
what
the
the
rarest
CGC grade
books
was.
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And if you can afford
'Cause
it,
he don't sign
I
shit.
say buy it. If I had 15 G's lying around, I'd fucking buy
But if you
it.
sold everything in here, you have about 15 grand.
I would, but I wouldn't
but
do
you'd have
that.
to take a loan out from the bank from about maybe 14.85. But you know.
I would do anything for a Ditko, but I won't do
bad.
that. Yeah, I went there. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's almost too easy.
And
I'm
it's
not even
meatloaf.
gonna.
Well, yeah.
Shows our age.
So, let's hit on some topics before we get into any of the books or anything this week. Not the least of which is Playboy's not doing any fucking naked women anymore.
Okay, hold on. I only
Yeah,
got
I
one,
heard about this.
I've only got one thing to say about that. End of an era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I remember from.
Nobody is going to buy Playboy.
I remember
No.
back
Like,
being
I-
in junior
It's
high
Maxim
school.
now.
Yeah.
No.
And I don't
having
even
a
buy
guy
Maxim
at the
anymore.
Rooster Shop in my hometown just willing to make sure nobody was in the store and selling you one, under the counter.
Yeah.
And getting to school, going to the cafeteria to grab the cheap ass $2 breakfast and be like, yeah, okay.
Listen, I don't know about you guys, but you had to get it for the articles, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you do now.
There's the one
I
cartoonist
bought it for the
that is
jokes.
really good.
Always.
I always forget his name, but he's so
Yes.
fucking good. He looks like kind of a cross between J. Scott Campbell
Yes, I know who
and
you're
like
talking
Ed Joe
Dean
Madden.
Yeagle. Dean Yeagle.
That's what it
He's
is.
fucking
Dean
phenomenal.
Yeagle,
He's so good.
Yeah.
And I met him at a Comic-Con, and I still forget his name all the time, but he's amazing.
Sorry, Mom. Yes, I
And his
did
shit is
read Playboy.
always like in the back of the book. Like, how do you put this motherfucker, who
Well,
is
she caught me
easily the
doing
most
worse,
talented of your artistic staff, in the back of the book? Like, you give him one
That's how little
cartoon
that's
per, unless that's all you can afford now.
Maybe.
Probably is. Probably is.
Well,
Like,
so
they
it's
don't,
like-
back to the issue
they
at
don't
hand,
even know
though.
if they have a centerfold. They haven't decided yet. That's the significance of Playboy, is the fucking centerfold.
Why are they getting rid of the
Iron Man
dudes?
down. Iron Man
Because
down.
their theory is nudity is so easily accessible on the internet that they want to do something different. Hello, there's nothing different about it. It's now your fucking Maxim, your FHM, your everything else.
And they've been done so many times.
Hi, you want to fucking improve Playboy? How about you bring back the fucking naked celebrities that you had once a month? How about you bring back the fucking thing in the back of the pages with the paparazzi shots in the back that was going for fucking 20 years straight? Not that I ever bought an issue, Mom. I swear to fucking God. I would just look at that.
No, you would guess.
Worst business plan ever, says another Ashley 14.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
This is why he's another
Playboy's
Pete.
gonna tank.
You know Playboy's going downhill when Larry Flint says they made a major mistake.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
As
Does
much
Hefner
as
still own it?
Yes.
yeah.
Because I know he was looking to sell it back a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Homeboy's
I
like
guess-
92. Him and Stan Lee are like
Yeah.
fucking like age brothers.
Yeah.
Age or AIDS brothers?
Not AIDS.
Yeah, well, about they screwed. So.
Actually was in total agreement with the idea.
He was, because he's 92 and you could probably get him to agree with anything for a bran muffin. Just to keep the stool moving along properly at this point.
Viagra doesn't even work at that point anymore.
Nah.
Seriously, like he's fucking 92. You
Like,
wave a
he-
shiny object in his face.
He
You're
needs
like,
to take the
oh,
stuff that's,
yay! He's like
that,
everybody's great
gave strokes to Lamar
grandfather.
Odom. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Playboy's
Was that too
readership
soon?
went up 200% after nudity was removed. I know. On the website, Ken Jenkins, on the website, which I will not deny,
Brother.
has some pretty fun articles which you can now access through Facebook and other forms of social media, mainstream social media,
What?
which has become more socially acceptable, and I get that. That's fine. Everybody goes on social media during work. You need stuff that's safe for work that you're able to read and laugh at.
Sure.
Well,
Fine.
one of the articles.
But in the magazine itself,
big mistake.
I don't know,
No.
man.
Yeah.
No, that's a big mistake.
I don't know if that
Yeah.
percentage is exactly the same. Also, stop using my account, Pete. I got my father's account, man. Fuck that noise. And not for nothing, but Playboy and Maxim, I swear to God, I don't know how this happened, but I used to have a subscription back in my college days, and this is going back a amount of years.
6 months.
I wish. I still have a subscription that I had not paid for. I haven't paid for this subscription in a decade. They just keep sending me this shit, and I'm not gonna tell them. I'm not.
I can't believe Maxim is still around.
That book has gotten thinner
And thinner, and so
and
has
thinner.
motherfucking Playboy.
Really?
Not for nothing.
You're paying like $8 for 3 pages.
Seriously.
Jesus Christ, I could create 3 pages on my own with shit I'll pull
I still
off
have the
internet
Vita
and make more
Guerra
money.
issue, like somewhere over there in the boxes.
They get Ronda Rousey on that in Playboy.
Ronda
Can you-
Rousey
It's
said she
gonna
would do it.
I know, but
Oh
could
my
you imagine?
There'll be a
Could
lot
you
of exposures.
imagine how
to
Do you,
many
that.
do
issues
you
they
know what
would
my
sell?
girl Rhonda said?
What?
It's like my cash and prizes are worth more than $5 each.
Fucking A.
I love this woman.
She's amazing.
Playboy versus Penthouse.
Playboy, absolutely. Penthouse, if you want to see fucking twats being held open or something like that, you can go and fucking. Back in the day, you used to
can
hit
just go into your
64,
boxes over
64,
there.
64, put that shit on your recall, and just sit there with the
Keep
porn
going back and
channel like
forth,
this.
and you maybe saw something.
Like, I'm all for classy nudity, you know? I don't want to fucking see that shit. Perfect 10.
There you go.
That's some fucking classy, great tit nudity. Not for nothing. I don't need to see fucking Penthouse and shit. You know, it's just not my thing. Never has been.
Comic books.
What
No,
about
that's a that's a serious
Playboy doesn't
topic.
do comic books. You should know that by now.
Next.
They do
So-
cartoons.
Who's seen the first episode of The Flash?
Hell
and the
yeah.
second episode, holy shit!
Haven't seen the second yet.
I'm still on season 1. I finally.
Fuck, man.
I started. I finally
You
started.
finally started,
I
though?
finally
Hey.
started.
So,
Hey, at
all
least
right,
he
you're on
started.
The
I
Flash,
didn't-
I'm on
Yes.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, so we switched.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right.
But how
we
good
go.
is this, though?
I honestly, I'm liking the Flash. It's
Dude,
good.
there was a reason this is my favorite show on the air.
Cal
you
says,
keep
"Do you
your
keep your
couch
couch
after
after
a
a
porn
porn
shot
shot?"
on it. I like every good Italian, I have plastic on my couch.
And
So-
like any good friend, we don't go anywhere near his couch.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Don't sit on the couch.
Very true.
It's not.
Don't
your
fall.
couch.
Certainly don't fall asleep on the couch. In the
God.
summer, you just wake up glued to it.
Yep.
Like you try to get up, you're like, fuck it, I'll just take the whole couch with me. And you just gotta like sit in front of the air
like a front
conditioner
row.
like a
Get me
half hour.
off!
If you got plastic
I
on
don't
your
know what
couch, it's not yours, it's your grandmother's.
The fucking little dog falls asleep on the couch. Look at that poor bastard. He can't even get his head up.
You're gonna rip him off. He's gonna have bald spots all over him.
Flash is amazing. Arrow keeps getting worse, says Relic Lord.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
I actually have not seen the premiere episode of Arrow, and
I watched
I
it.
swear to you, I'm not anxious to see it. How was it? Now, are you
No.
up to date? Like,
Not really up to date. You know, I catch him here and there. I mean, I got 10
so
times this shit on my DVR.
as a let's call you a tentative fan, what do you think of it?
You can skip it.
Yeah.
To be honest, you can skip it.
So in other words, I haven't started Arrow yet. Just watch Arrow.
The first two
season,
seasons
and then
are
stop.
absolute
Yeah.
phenomenal.
And then
The
stop.
last season, they
Third season, he's Green Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a lot
we
of work.
discussed this last time.
The big mistake that,
Protesting long as it's not connected to the main universe. The DC's not ever going to connect it to the main universe. It's just going to be, but they're all going to be connected to the TV universe. It's going to be Flash,
Is Supergirl gonna
Arrow. No, different channel.
I know. But I was wondering though. Would they
Different.
still try
It's going to be
They're-
Flash, Arrow, and Legions of Tomorrow, Agents of Tomorrow. What the fuck is the title?
What is it?
Heroes of Tomorrow. Something motherfucking tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. Thank you, Todd.
But I heard they're doing like just a verbal crossover. with
Like
the new
Kevin Spacey
Supergirls.
verbal from
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Usual Suspects.
Oh, he's fucking verbal, you know, about how his left not talks to his right.
Lisa Face has joined. How you doing?
That's
I won't say it. I won't say it, but you know. You know exactly what I'm thinking. I didn't know they made those. He's laughing.
I'm
Yell at him
cracking up.
later.
Dude, I'm cracking up.
Her mouth wasn't for talking, just bite the sword.
Punch him in the shins. He deserves it. Anyway, the only
hate
thing
you,
I've
Pete.
heard from Arrow this season is he started calling himself Green Arrow.
They did
and I
that
could
at-
really give a shit less.
They did that at the end of the first episode, where
Oh.
he was giving a speech about how he's there to protect the city, and you honestly lose the attention about 10 seconds into it. It's
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ollie's
Yeah.
trying. Arrow is trying. Too late,
Honestly,
mind you, to
this never
make
happened.
Ollie like
Hold on,
the
hold
actual
on.
Green Arrow.
Hold on.
DC's up
not
three
gonna
separate
work.
universes. Yes. I missed who said that. I'm sorry, but it said DC is actually alienating itself. They're making three separate universes in their different TV series. Like you've got
It's the multiverse.
Arrow and Flash and Legends of
Legends.
Tomorrow. You've got Supergirl and you've got
Flash.
the movies. And this is how shit
This is the
doesn't
equivalent
work.
of
This
a
is how
pit
things
stop.
collapse on themselves.
And,
It's a multiverse. Come on, man.
Fuck that.
You know the crisis is coming.
There actually
about
is
to have
supposed
a
to be
crisis right fucking
coming
now.
in Flash.
Really?
There
Yes,
we go. Thank you,
but
sir.
if anything can do it right, it's Flash. And right now they've got Zoom coming.
Yeah.
And Zoom is like a cross between Reverse Flash and the Black Racer.
yeah.
And he's fucking sick, bro. You've got Tony
That
Todd
one-
doing the voice.
That one
Oh,
little
hell
Vine
yeah.
clip I saw is fucking
Dude.
ridiculous.
yeah.
Like when
Like-
Jay Garrick talks about him fighting Zoom, and like he just fucking vibrates his hand into his fucking heart, and then he like looks up. We've got this on our Pete's Basement Instagram. Please go on and check it out. I filmed it while I was watching the show, like as it's going. And I waited until all of our friends on the West Coast had sufficiently seen it, and then at that point, if there were spoilers, fuck you motherfuckers, you should have watched it on DVR. Like, it is what it is. And, like, he looks up and he's, like, all, like almost kind of zombie Flash-ish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
I
he's almost
noticed
Black
like a demon
Lantern
face.
Flash.
Yeah.
But Jay Garrick actually says he's a demon with the face of death.
Okay.
Like, and it's just, like, it gives you chills. Because at this point, people are asking me, you know, who is Zoom? What is, like, I thought he was the Reverse Flash and this and that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I started kind of looking that up, and I was like,
yeah, how much time you got? Because
Yeah, I
and that's
know.
not even a pun. Because at this point we don't know because timey wimey wibbly
Wibbly
wobbly,
wobbly.
and that's all you can ask for.
Finally!
I didn't even know that. I knew that term before I knew Doctor Who.
I don't
you
give a
did-
But
shit.
the fact of the matter
did it
is,
in reverse
it's
order, so we
time
gotta smack you
travel,
on that.
and it is the Flash, and it's all over the place because they did already a mix of Professor Zoom and the Reverse Flash when they did Harrison Wells. So now we've got Zoom, who is essentially half Black Flash, half Reverse Flash, and God knows what else is mixed in there.
Probably that kid from the old Mazda commercial.
Who knows who he's going to be when he takes off the mask? I'm still hoping that they get Eddie back from the first season, who is now on some new show. But I'm hoping that they contract him at least for like a episode or two,
If they're
just to
smart, they
fucking
will.
hammer it home. Because he should be Reverse Flash.
How come Flash is on the floor right now? Oh, no, that's Iron Man.
Iron Man's on the floor.
Iron Man's on the
It's
floor.
Iron Man
And
down.
obviously nobody picked him up yet.
Pete is very animated.
Well, we're afraid if we put down there, we're not
I'm
gonna get
not
back
yelling,
out.
I'm Italian. That's just how I talk.
Jesus.
Anyway.
God, you're such a
The
prick when
Flash
you're
is
sober.
phenomenal. And guys, honestly, it's my favorite show on the air right now. And if you had to watch one thing, I would obviously suggest it's The Flash.
Still watching Gotham?
Although, yes, I am.
The Arrow premiere
Agents
was so
of
much
S.H.I.E.L.D.
better than, I'm sorry.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Flash
started
was.
out real strong.
Oh my God, yes.
So good.
Can't speak enough about Daisy.
She's so
All
hot.
needs
Yo,
to be said.
did you notice like she's not wearing a bra like at all this season? And she's just bouncing all over the place?
Well, every time I watch
I don't have Ramon here, so I need to talk about tits with somebody.
Well, every
His girl's watching, so he can't talk about it. His wife's
I
here.
I can talk
and
about
I'm
it all
single,
the time.
so
It don't
no.
matter.
I put it this way: every time Daisy comes on screen, she goes to talk about something. I'm like this.
And you're not hearing anything. It's like when
Well,
the
no,
Peanuts talk.
Yeah, all I'm hearing is wah wah wah.
She is one
November
of the
6th,
most
I'm looking
beautiful
forward to
creatures
Charlie
to
Brown.
ever grace the face of the earth. And honestly,
It's
S.H.I.E.L.D. is off to a really strong start. They're talking about Inhumans. They've got Lash in. Do you remember Lash from this past Inhumans book?
Yeah. Well, they
reading it.
You should have been, honestly.
Yeah.
If you're not, you missed
The
out.
new Inhuman series, before they did the whole Convergence, not Convergence,
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. He was the main, I guess you could say, Inhuman bad guy. He was against the Kingdom.
And he was building his own army
Yeah.
of Inhumans.
To
And
not just fight, the normal Kingdom, but everybody. He didn't give a shit who you were.
He viewed
And
the embodiment of the Terrigen Mist as a gift, and if you kind of fagged out on it,
And if you look
like,
normal,
I want to be human. I don't want this power. That's how he killed you
yeah.
because you
Yeah,
weren't
exactly.
worthy.
And
Yeah.
it's the same thing. They transferred that portion over into the show. Because I believe it was at the end of the first one.
Yeah,
They just
first episode, right at the end, they show him.
They show him that, but just before that, they show a handful of
It's like
the new
purple with dreadlocks and shit.
They show a handful of the new Inhumans, and you see that all their chests are ripped out. So he's going in,
And
ripping
it's
their hearts
funny
out.
because like you
That's it.
think like there's this other government agency that's looking to track down Inhumans, and you think it's them that's killing them and scientifically
That was the
experimenting
setup
on them,
for
but
it,
it's
yeah.
not. And that is revealed during a really great interaction between Coulson and the girl whose
Whatever
name
her
I
name is.
forget. And he's like,
It's
"Wait,
not important.
You're
She's
not
probably
killing
gonna
them."
last.
And then you realize like it's Lash,
Yeah.
who honestly to God looks like if Blanca and Akuma had an illegitimate love child.
And then mix just a little
Try
bit
to
of
imagine
Predator
that.
in.
Try.
Yeah, dude. Pete asked me this the last time I was on here, and my brain nearly exploded.
Just
Seriously.
Google him for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on that.
So
Yeah.
while Rich is looking that up, let's announce something that, oh my God, Rhonda's so hot. I'm upset that they digitized her nipples out of that.
You got to do a Lenny. You have to do a Lenny and Squiggy on that one.
So the rumors have been circulating lately
I just proved my
about
age
the
there.
Fox Marvel deal.
Oh, God.
And basically, any rumors that
Wow,
you have
really? You weren't
dispensing it,
kidding.
I'm told you.
Yeah.
Any rumors that you have
Yep.
dispensing the Fantastic Four thing are probably bullshit at this point because Marvel just doesn't want to announce it. They're pushing Civil War, and that's what they want to talk about.
Yeah.
But at this point, Fox got the okay for an X-Men TV show. They couldn't do this without Marvel's okay.
And Marvel's got the 3 Untitled coming in 2020.
Right. Something. God knows what. So you're going to get 2, count them, 2 X-Men TV shows that are helmed by the producers of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter. This will
That's
be
the
an
oldest.
X-Men TV show that is not, and they have gone on record and said this, is not in the Bryan Singer X-Men universe. The only thing that's left that would make relevant sense is the MCU. This is the precursor to the Fox Marvel deal that gives them Fantastic Four and the X-Men come 2020 that we told you about back in July. And all the naysayers are like, oh, you guys are assholes. Well, go fuck yourself. I want you to walk up, I want you to pull your fucking pants down in front of your fucking mothers and say, look at my small fucking cock. I am nothing.
The mothers are
That's
already
what I
gonna know
want you to fucking do.
The mothers are already gonna know
Because
that
we
they had
were
small
right from the
dicks, Steve.
start. Mikey Sutton hooked us up with some fucking primo information and we shared it with you guys.
remember that.
Mikey is
And
the
you guys want to
fucking man,
fucking
I have to
doubt.
say.
We're not starting rumors for the sake of starting rumors. We're fucking telling you shit because that's what we hear and we want to fucking provide info.
Now, supposedly one of the shows that they're introducing is just being called Legion about
Yeah.
Xavier's son. I see so much potential just in
Just
that
on
character
that, yeah.
alone. Not necessarily what they can build around, but just in Legion by himself.
Yeah.
But
If
they
there was
tried to give Legion so many series though, and it hasn't worked. So
no, but the thing is, the last one that they did, where he was trying to
Legacy.
combine, Legacy, where he was trying to combine all of his personalities there, that was so good. It
That was the
writ-
thing that started the
it-
feud between Fox and Marvel in the first
Yes,
place.
it was written so well. No,
Because Marvel
occasionally,
dared
no.
to
Some
use
of the drawing was
X
almost psychedelic.
logo.
Yeah.
And that pissed off some
Yeah.
representatives at Fox.
I mean, it was some of the drawing got psychedelic at times because how fucked up in the head he is. When you have a couple hundred personalities, I'm sure it's bound to do it to you. I mean, Pete would know.
not to mention, I would love to see Legion Quest.
Could you imagine?
would be
just
awesome.
sit back and try to imagine.
Started in the TV
a
show and ended
universe
in the movies.
Yep. Age
where
of
the
Apocalypse.
X-Men are introduced in a TV show.
long as
Bring
Apocalypse
the
is
X-Men in
blue.
like on a Netflix level show where like basically no holes barred.
Yeah.
Do the original
Marvel
five, please,
got
that's all I ask.
Marvel supposedly
original
got the
five.
Fantastic Four rights, and it may be a shared deal like
has to be
Sony
done.
and Spider-Man.
right.
It's
gotta
probably
be
a
done
shared
right.
deal. There's
If
no
that was a
way
guess.
Fox
That
would
was
just turn it over to
That was
Marvel.
their big mistake.
those
Which is
two.
probably
First
what the
class
big
movie.
naysayers are saying. Like
Changed
Marvel
it
doesn't have
to-
complete
No,
control.
Havoc.
Notice the
No,
can quotes.
Angel
I hate when
Destroyer.
people do this,
That was the big
but I have to
mistake.
do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Marvel
It was
does
well
not have
done.
complete
It was
control.
Oh yeah, it was well done. Yeah, it was a mistake to
But
introduce new characters
fuck
as a
that.
first class.
Fox says, okay, here, we fucked up. Do it right. Please save us. And that's what Marvel's going to do.
So wait, you're trying to say you don't want to see that planned sequel that they have in the works?
No. I didn't even watch the original
Neither
yet,
have I.
but I plan to. I plan on getting really drunk and really stoned.
Oh, so do I.
And I'm going to watch it.
I am actually excited to watch it because I want to see how bad it is.
At this point,
We're
like, you
talking
want to
about
see how
FF?
much of a train wreck
Yeah.
the Fantastic
Okay.
Fail.
I'm
I
not-
want to see how much of a train
yeah.
wreck it could possibly be.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you make Doctor Doom look like a
I
fucking
don't think there's
GoBot, it's not
enough
worth
whiskey
it.
in the world that can make me want to watch
I'm going
it.
to pass out halfway through. It's going to take like 2 or 3 times.
Like, this is going to be
It's probably gonna take
No,
you
this
2 or
is
3
one of
hits
those-
to get
But
there.
it's going to be saved now because we're going to have Fantastic Four back at Marvel sooner than later. By the time SDC rolls around next year, I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm going to fucking promise you that the Fox Marvel deal gets announced by SDC next year.
You got a little something.
And
up
if
there.
I'm fucking not right, I don't think there's enough booze and pot in New York to make that
movie
palatable.
palatable.
I'm going to
Very
promise
true.
you right the fuck now. I'm just going to go on record. And if the Fox Marvel deal is not announced by next year's San Diego Comic-Con in July, I'll shave my fucking head.
Bald?
Shave your
Bald.
Bald.
head.
I'll
Okay.
shave my
Seriously?
fucking head.
That's we did not plan
No, if we're going to do that, we're going to put some
I just said it
fucking,
right. It's not the first time I'll be
gonna
bald.
put some
I've
Charlotte
been
Monk
fucking
robes
bald
on you.
before.
Well, that's when
I
you
have.
were
Get
born.
some Hare
I will
Krishna
shave
robes.
my motherfucking head on the air. I will buzz this motherfucker. Look at this gloriousness. Look at this.
And then, no, you gotta
There's
buzz it and
some
then go with the
amazing
razor.
shit going on
Your
here.
hair's not moving. How much fucking hairspray you got
There's
in there?
none, my friend. I assure
That
you
is
there is
all
none.
Italian
Okay, then
hair.
That is
That's
just
what that is.
natural.
The simple fact that he has nary a gray in there is.
There's some
fuck-
grays, brother. There's some grays.
All right.
I appreciate the vote of
I
confidence.
can't tell with the glare of the light, but you know.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but there's some grays.
If they do end up doing a new Fantastic Four movie, which you know they're gonna do, skip the origins.
They need
No, they won't.
No one fucking
The
cares
same that they're
anymore.
going to do with Spider-Man
Yeah.
come Civil War and then
Yeah.
the subsequent Spider-Man movie. They're going to do it like they did with the Hulk, where they do the first,
all
the
flashback.
origin in the first 5
Yeah.
minutes of the intro credits.
Yeah,
Done.
Exactly.
The-
Which is perfect.
Or do
Which
what
is
they did
exactly
in
what
Batman
we
back
want.
in the first
No
Michael
play
Keaton
for
one.
Mr. Gray.
Yes,
was that
exactly.
was that a Dreamcatcher reference?
No,
Ken
that
Jenkins?
is a
Mr.
Just
Gray.
for Men reference.
Oh.
with Walt Clyde Frazier and Emmett Smith, I believe,
Ew.
or Keith Hernandez.
Keith Hernandez.
Sports!
Yay!
By the way, can I just say, like, as a true blue New Yorker and Yankee fan from Jump Street, I'm really rooting for the Mets. I am. But at the same time, I wouldn't be totally upset if the Cubs won.
I wouldn't be either.
Number 2.
Fuck you.
Because it's 2015.
I know.
And Back to the Future dictates that the Cubs win the World Series.
I know.
Well, you
They
know,
haven't won in 100 years. 100 years.
Here's
But 100 years to a steadfast heart is but a day.
I know
Can you imagine
Sleeping Beauty,
1989?
motherfuckers.
No.
Sleeping Beauty, that's right.
Hang on,
Disney movies.
I know that you don't follow sports as much as I do, or maybe
Sports!
even you do. Exactly. So the general manager of the Chicago Cubs is the same guy who broke the Boston Red Sox curse, Theo Epstein.
Really?
He's about to do it again.
Do you know why I'm so happy that I don't even care that the Yankees didn't really make the
shit the bed.
playoffs?
Christopher
totally
Lloyd.
Besides shitting the bed,
Yeah.
which is a great term.
Don Mattingly.
I'm just so happy that Boston's in last. I don't care
yeah.
what happens in the world.
up high,
As
right there.
long as Boston is in last place, all is okay with the world. If Tom Brady would just break his fucking knees, I would be so happy. And if there are any Pete's Basement fans out there that are watching in Boston right now, I'm sorry, but go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. I hate you all on principle. I love you, but I fucking hate you.
Astros screwed the Yankees. Amen.
Listen, I wanted the Yankees to lose because I hate Girardi. I wanted him to get
What?
fired because I fucking hate him. He overmanages the
Mattingly.
fuck out of every team. And yes, I wanted Mattingly, so Girardi had to strike one against him from Jump Street. So yes, Pete's Basement, we can talk about fucking comic books, tits, and actually sports.
For once.
So did you hear about the Cubs? Who's that Christopher Lloyd is pushing to throw out the first pitch.
Oh, that would be
If he
so
makes it-
awesome.
If they make it to the World Series,
Throw
he
your
wants
support
to throw
to
out
game
the
one.
first pitch in game
throw
one.
your support to
That's
Christopher
Hi
Lloyd.
everyone, I
Get
made
him to throw
it.
the
Chris
pitch.
Ventura, dude, what's up? Dark Avenger. What's up, brother? Glad to see you here, man. Dudes, if you haven't checked out the fucking Dark Avenger website, just go and they
Salute
have
to
a
the Dark
great
Avenger.
podcast. It's awesome. I have actually guest starred on there on several occasions. These guys are fucking
good shit.
great.
God, nobody's got him.
Sorry, was out late, dude. Don't fucking apologize, man. It's Friday.
We're
It's supposed
old-
to be out
We're
late.
old and have no lives.
Yeah.
We sit around on a
He
Friday.
lives like 3 blocks from me.
I live like
He's
600
sleeping
miles.
over, not my house, but his brother's house was like 3 blocks from me. You're the furthest.
4
I usually
blocks.
am.
Yeah, it is what it is. So while I have you here, let's talk. I have to call this book of
What'd
the
I do?
week. Excuse me, on principle.
Oh, Amazing
Just
Spider-Man.
because, yes, so much happened in this one issue.
Dark Avenger loves meeting up with you
What
guys.
happened?
Amazing Spider-Man #1 had not only like
I haven't
6
had a chance to
previews
read it, so-
of
Dude,
new
guys.
shit that's coming.
It was out last week.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
Like, what the fuck?
And it had an Alex Ross cover. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Fuck. Now I gotta go get it.
All right, you and I both said the same thing.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
You and I both said
Oh, wait, no, that one I didn't read.
it's not
Whatever came
as
out this week I
bad
didn't read.
As we
I
thought it was gonna
gonna
be. Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Completely different.
I did not hate it,
I don't love it,
but I don't hate it.
but I don't hate it.
There was one thing I did read it. I was thinking about this week's comics. There's one thing I actually hated about issue #1. The riding on the underside of a highway Spider-Mobile.
Yeah.
Hated that
Where were you
part.
in the 70s when the Spider-Mobile did all that shit?
On the,
And
the
it was
building.
a Jeep.
Well,
Yeah.
It was a little fucking like it was a Wrangler or some shit.
No, that
it was
was
a
like one of
dune
the dune
buggy.
buggies.
Yeah.
That's
that
what
was
that
a
was.
Spider-Mobile, bro.
Honestly, I didn't start collecting until the late 80s, so no,
Oh.
I never read it.
See,
But
so you
I
never
really-
backtracked.
No, I haven't back. No, come on, man. No, I look around here, I see all the money not spent, and I realize I've got a lot more than this. But no, I haven't backtracked to the 70s, where I was about
Spider-Man
about the
had
size
What
of
about
this
the big
fucking
wheel, man?
bottle.
Come on, remember
So
the big
big
wheel?
wheel.
Oh, come on,
don't
them's
know.
are some good villains.
Yeah.
I've got from a certain. I have to double check, but I have from a certain point on of Spider-Man that I haven't really read, so I don't know if I've got.
When would you say the Spider-Mobile
By
first
the way,
appeared?
hold
If you
on.
were to toss out like an issue number.
If anybody knows, tweet it
Spider-Mobile,
real
it was
quick.
it was in the 130s or 140s.
I think it was even earlier than that. I would
No,
say
it
like
wasn't.
mid 120s.
No.
Anybody out there that's watching right now, can we look up the first appearance of the Spider-Mobile, please?
Dark Avenger, we're counting
It's
on you,
fucking
man.
By the way,
amazing.
magic number 18.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Richie only needs 18 more issues to complete his
I
Amazing
need, like,
Spider-Man
maybe
run.
No, not
300.
Amazing Spider-Man, Superior.
Oh, really?
Webbo,
Everything.
Spectacular, Peter Parker,
Dude,
everything.
in all
Oh,
seriousness,
you should like this
I've got
fucking...
about 20,000 sitting
he's
at my
the Uber
mom's house that I
completionist.
need to unload. Give me your numbers. I'll see if I got them. I'll give them to my brother. Have them get them Pete. Ship
Sounds
them on to
good.
you, man. Just
You should do like once you
if
complete
you've only got
that,
18,
you just
if
gotta
I
like
got
fucking
some that
slap your
contribute to
dick
your
on
completion,
every one of the
I'm
issues.
very happy to
Just
do
like
it.
this,
Bang,
post
bang,
a photo.
Bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang.
This is like, this is mine.
Okay, listen. When you're slapping like that, we don't need to hear about your sex life last night. So
So anyway,
Several things that went on in this issue that
So
I
10
actually
seconds in.
liked, and you know I don't give Dan Slott a
Craven.
lot of credit. The best line I have read in a long fucking time. You've got these characters, these villains called the Zodiac. And obviously there are 12 bosses each for each sign of the
Sounds like
Zodiac.
the making of an awesome video game.
So he's fighting this guy called Leo, who he's like, yo, Lionel, like what the fuck, basically.
he
Calls
keeps
him
calling
Lionel.
Lionel through the entire time.
That's great.
yeah.
And like, you know, Leo says something to him and he's like, yeah, whatever. Craven's nipples called, they want your face back. I laughed out loud. I really did. I lolled. I physically lolled.
That was good. That was good.
amazing.
That last page
Amazing
though.
Spider-Man 130,
Can we spoil that for them?
1974.
Amazing Spider-Man 130?
Yeah.
130. All right. So
Thank
that, like
you.
I said, like late. All right. Thank you. Who was that?
Who said that? I forgot.
I couldn't tell.
Chime in again. Who said that so we can give you some public credit, please?
So that's my bad.
We give credit where credit is due.
But that last page, dude.
Can we spoil that for them? Do we
No,
It
don't
was
spoil
from
it.
last week. Like they should have read it by now. Throw the cheese down there right now.
well, you gotta
Throw
think
the
of it
cheese.
this way.
cheese.
Throw the
Well,
cheese.
well, think of
Relic Lord, of course, I should have known it was
Oh,
you.
Relic Lord,
All right, we'll
cool.
give credit to Dark Avenger too as well. Thank you.
But yeah, Doc Ock.
Doc, mother.
loved it.
Ah.
Loved that part.
Yep.
'Cause
The living brain. Doc Ock is alive in the living brain.
You knew he was coming back.
Of course. And but like I was waiting
it
for
was
something
inevitable.
cheesy.
It was inevitable, but you think for the last year and a half after they did the whole mind transfer thing, which by itself, I'm sorry, Superior Spider-Man was some of the best stuff that Marvel had done for years.
You said
then
it.
they
Even
just
Ramon
poo-pooed on
said
it.
it.
Yeah.
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 Having him just, obviously, this may have been planned out. I can't say for sure. I don't work for Marvel. If I did, no. I
Enrique
wouldn't be wearing
Card
this
said
shirt.
Comic Con Brazil is nice. I can only imagine the
Anything
ass that's
Brazil is
running
nice.
around there.
Anything.
It's
Brazil
old
is
age film.
nice.
There's a lot of great asses running around Brazil.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Make Nicki Minaj look like a teenager.
I've seen
Seriously.
on the internet, at least. And the internet wouldn't lie to me.
No.
No, 'cause
Everything
they-
on the internet is true.
They can't write.
Enrique,
anything on the
tell me
internet
if
that
I'm
isn't true.
wrong, please. But are there great asses in Brazil or what? But yeah, absolutely,
Wasn't
like-
that the trans testicle you found?
Trans testicle? I've only got 2.
And a
I'm
half.
not Hitler. I
was
don't
talking
need
about
an
the-
extra
No, he's
one.
I was
got two
talking
and a
about
half.
that great Brazilian ass you found.
Have I ever fucked a Brazilian? I
At
don't
least you thought it was a chick. Anyway.
Ah!
Oh.
I walked right into that, which is the
Yeah,
same thing he
dude.
said.
No, it wasn't what
That
you
night.
walked. No, that wasn't what you walked into.
Well done, well done. But, you know, like Anna
probably-
Maria,
that's
the
probably why
little
you got-
midget girl, is talking and she's
I'm
like,
so glad they have kept her in the book.
I like her.
She was a
Yes.
highlight. She
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
She's added
You
so
know,
much
when,
to that
when
book.
they first introduced her, I was kind of like, but since she's been kind of
Yo,
like,
the other fucking Indian broad's got to go.
yeah, Sanjay.
So Johnny,
Oh, I can't.
she's got to fucking go.
you see, Peter,
and that ain't even some racist shit. She's Indian.
Peter called her out, if you remember.
Yeah.
In the last
Yeah.
couple books. He's like, I know you lied. I know you're doing this. You do it again, you're fucking gone.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
you
then
saw-
she goes back and does it again.
Yeah, I know.
Bitch.
Come on.
She needs to get killed.
I mean, Pete's
I
not.
hope Doc Ock does it.
Oh,
I hope the
that'd be
living
great.
brain kills her.
Oh,
Yeah.
How
Now,
awesome would
define
that be?
living brain, because I have not read the issue. Define living
Dude,
brain. Like, is it
Don't-
like Krang
do you remember?
status
No,
right now?
this is Amazing Spider-Man 1964, number 8.
Yeah.
The living brain. It was a computer that went crazy in Peter Parker's high school that somehow Dan Slott has successfully brought back to the forefront
As
of the
Doc Ock.
Spider-Man mythos. And now, he's
oh.
been back for a while.
current-
Doc Ock as Superior Spider-Man brought him
him
back.
back.
Right.
And now, he's Doc Ock.
His current iteration looks like a giant-sized claptrap from the
Yeah.
Borderlands.
It looks exactly the
Nice.
same, though.
Yeah.
He's exactly the same.
Yeah. But
It
they
looks
give
like
him more
he stepped out of the
personality.
1960s.
Yeah, but they gave him more personality. That was
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
But the question is, was that from Doc Ock? Or was this from him sitting in a closet collecting
Anna
dust for
Marconi's like,
20
you know,
years?
Brain, you've gotten a little bit more clingy lately.
And a little
Yeah.
more weird and kind of.
And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Anna, my Anna,
And,
Maria.
and,
then you let's say like Doc Ock.
and the
Faces
one,
in
and
his
the
eyes.
one,
Spectacles,
and
yeah.
the one little pixel that his eye, you see.
Oh, it's
out
so
of his face.
good. I'm surprised I like this issue as much as I did.
There is a lot of potential from Amazing Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
Because they make a point, because Rich was the first one to say it, that with Parker Industries going like global, we're like, oh, so he's fucking Tony Stark. And when he told me Spider-Man is his bodyguard, like that's 1970s and 80s Iron Man.
Yeah.
And they
they
make
said-
a point, they reference that.
They call him
A poor man's Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? He deserves it. He's got. I mean.
And they
just-
write it right off.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, I am a poor man's Tony Stark. I'm not in this for profit.
What's
I'm
the
doing this to
topic?
help people. I'm doing this for... the topic is Amazing Spider-Man #1 come out last week. He's like, I'm doing this to... He started the Uncle Ben Foundation.
That was a nice little touch.
That was cool, actually.
Yeah.
that was
It's
a
now a
good touch.
charity organization to help underprivileged like people, basically, because Uncle Ben, and they've made references to this in previous stories where he had nothing. He was financially insecure, but no
Somebody
matter what
needed
he
a
had,
mortgage
he
payment,
still would
he
lend
helped.
money out. He would
Yeah.
lend his time to help people.
Never asked for
And
anything in return.
Always would extend his hand to help people, and that's what Parker Industries is doing. They're not in the, that's basically a non-profit organization. He's paying himself minimum wage.
And that's what his partner
And
is
he-
pissed off about, is that he's not doing it for profit.
Right.
Right.
Because they
he's
could be
doing it-
making so much money.
Right.
You could be ahead of Stark Industries at the rate you're going, but you're not because you're a fucking humanitarian.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
And that's when he calls her out, tells her to step up or get the fuck out.
Pretty much. It was actually, this issue was a lot better than any of us gave it credit for
Yeah.
going to be.
I thought it was going to be terrible. I thought I was going to hate it.
Yeah.
There's only what I believe is one mistake that Marvel did, and that was releasing all these new #1s before they finished Secret Wars.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That was such a stupid thing. And then,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
did you hear that Uncanny Avengers spoiled the ending?
I have not
No,
read
I've
Uncanny
never read it,
Avengers.
so
I haven't read it.
We don't know anything
all I
about
know
Uncanny
is-
Avengers here, so we're not going to say it, but apparently there's a serious spoiler for Secret Wars in the opening pages of Uncanny Avengers.
Yeah.
But now that,
So we're not gonna talk about it here.
I'm not planning to read that one until after Secret Wars is over.
I don't like the idea of reading anything before Secret Wars. Like, the idea of all of this shit pisses me off that it's actually
Yeah.
out beforehand. Marvel should time this better so it comes out after fucking Secret Wars.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes. Agreed.
I will
Ridiculous.
say one thing in their releasing things early was Deadpool. The last panel.
Deadpool got a universe dropped
Yeah.
on him last we heard.
Yeah. No.
But he's magically
Well, right
coming
now he's
back.
fighting
No.
Thanos.
Yeah. No. Well,
Which,
that,
by the way,
well,
was
that-
actually a funny series if you
Oh,
bother to
it
read
is hilarious.
I haven't.
Deadpool
I think
versus
I
No,
haven't read it yet.
Deadpool versus Thanos. It's actually
Yeah.
really
No,
good.
the
Yeah, yeah.
the funniest,
Surprisingly.
the last panel in,
I
in,
can
the, in
imagine
that Deadpool
that
book.
would be.
It's pretty fucking
That-
hilarious.
I mean, spoiler alert. Sorry, Deadpool's holding up an Avengers card. You just see him. They pan away. And you just see two words. Oh crap!
That's Deadpool.
So we've got a
But
whole
it's-
bunch of other shit in the back of ASM1, which are alluding to
Yeah.
other series that are coming out, such as Web Warriors #1, which features all of the, like, I guess the most
Spider
popular people
people.
from Spider-Verse, which
Right.
is like, Spider-Man, Captain Britain,
Pig.
Spider-Ham.
the Indian Spider-Man. Spider-Ham has to be in it.
Yes.
Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Noir, and they're like a
Captain
a
Britain,
team up.
Spider-Man.
Right.
You've got
Whatever they call
Miles showing up in the pages of Amazing, along with the villain Regent from
Showing up for Renew Your Vows.
Thank you,
Showing
Renew
up?
Your Vows.
Show
which there
enough.
is. They're collecting supervillains in a new raft-like prison called the Cellar, where he's absorbing their superpowers.
Yeah.
So that'll be
That's
something
cool.
for yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cool villain.
Nice.
And he was actually able to fucking hand the Avengers their ass in Renew Your Vows.
Right.
So this will be an interesting build-up to see where they're going with this and see how far they actually want to take it. I have one question, and I know I'm behind in the series, but I was really enjoying Spider-Woman with Jessica Drew. When the fuck did she get knocked up?
No idea.
She's
No,
Not
running
reading
around
it.
6 months pregnant now.
They didn't show it in the Spider
I'm
Woman.
like 3 or 4 issues behind on her series,
Well, no,
which I was thoroughly enjoying.
That was a good series. They did not even allude to it. The only thing I can think of is, what was that guy, the porcupine or whatever the hell his name was?
That
with
he
her?
was staying in her house.
Yeah.
Where she
The
was
only
like
thing I can-
locked up to the radiator.
Despite the fact that he was married, that's the only person I can think of, because that's the only
If you guys
man
are
that
unfamiliar
spent
with
any
the
time
title,
with her.
Spider-Woman basically had these low-level, let's call them Z-list villains,
Oh, yeah.
who were committing crimes outside of their league, from elaborate bank robberies to murder, because some other supervillain had their family in custody.
Yeah.
Like they were gonna kill their parents or their lover,
Yeah, they're told
or
that,
their
but
girlfriend
they're
or whatever.
They're really living in some commune.
Right.
That looks like it should have been run by Timothy Leary.
And they had to do these crimes to save the lives of their family, and Jessica Drew caught them.
yeah.
And, one thing led to another, so
she-
she started investigating that.
Yeah, she infiltrates the commune and she realizes, okay, they're not kidnapped. They're just living here away from their
It's a good
husband.
fucking series.
Yeah, they did a good job with it.
Who's writing it?
I don't remember.
Neither do I.
But I had a lot of fun with it. And
what
it
was,
was,
what was
it was
unfortunate is that they
it was a
stopped
simple
that,
book.
that particular part of the series.
Yeah.
And they come back with her pregnant, and they're basically
And there was
at
another one that was
nowhere.
like up to what, like issue 6 before they relaunched
Something
it?
like that.
There's
Which,
so many of them.
Gwen Stacy,
Silk was one of them.
Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen was another one.
Yeah,
I'm
Silk.
happy to
Killed
see
them
actually.
mid-stories.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see Spider-Gwen actually pick up, at least according to where it was in Amazing Spider-Man, where the last book left off.
Yeah.
Even though it's starting at number 1 again, it's picking up where I think it was issue 5 or so
Yeah.
left off. And I'm happy to see that she's still in her own world.
Yes.
I do not want her infiltrating
Brought
the
back into
616.
616.
Right.
I like the character. I like reading about her. I want to read about her in her own world. I don't mind her having extracurricular adventures with the Web Warriors.
But the was it Spider-Woman and Silk are coming into her universe
Yeah.
soon.
Silk and Black Cat are like working together as
Yep.
far as Silk number 1 is concerned.
Yep.
Sure. We met an awesome Silk cosplayer at Comic-Con.
I think I saw her
Really?
floating around.
Yeah. This girl was walking around with like a string of web that went, if you asked to take a picture, she's like, here, hold this and pull it taut. So it looked like she was actually like pulling, like
Pulling you in.
stringing the web.
Nice.
Fucking awesome, awesome job.
That's great.
You have, to
Nice.
you have to appreciate cosplayers. No, I'm not talking about the big name ones that are out there like Yaya Han, Jessica Negri, and all
Sure.
of them.
Right.
But the ones, everyday people like us, who actually want to take the time to make the costumes right.
Yeah.
And actually want to portray the characters as they're meant to be.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hats off to that girl. I'm sorry I was not there. I do not know who you are, but hats off to you.
Her picture's on our Instagram. Go and find it. It's in the last days of Comic-Con. She was great. I don't remember her name because I'm a little drunk right now. But she was awesome. And she was very nice. And like, just so many of the cosplayers that you run into are just such fucking nice people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I had the privilege of running into the absolutely beautiful Sophia Savant, I think is her last name. She was
Yes,
dressed as
I know who you're talking
fucking
about.
like Darth fucking Talon.
Darth Talon.
Yeah,
Yes.
like she just had this ridiculous like all
Have
red body paint with the lightsaber and the fucking like alien horns and shit, and she just looked
have you
so
seen the-
awesome.
Have you seen the quote-unquote not safe for work Darth Talon versus Darth Maul lightsaber fight?
I have not.
No.
It's only about a minute or two long. And the quote is not safe for work. It's basically like a whole let's fuck routine.
Huh.
But the makeup, the saber fighting, the costume is great. And then when you see the last 5 seconds, you're like, what the fuck? Look it up. It's great. I don't know who the two actors were in it, but they did a very good job.
But Spider-Gwen, have you read it yet, or number 1?
I
yeah.
haven't.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, like I said.
It's not bad, yeah.
Not bad.
I like the fact that she's contained to her own world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Line her up.
not no book of the week, but just a fun read.
You like 2099 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Which is also previewed in ASM 1.
I enjoyed both of those books, and I thought the artwork for both.
I like the fact that he wants to kill people and like kind of he's torn between, well, Peter won't like this.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you
Well,
deserve to
he
fucking...
still loves the
No.
29.
Like, how heartbreaking was that fucking preview in Amazing 1 with the fucking kid that gets killed in the bank robbery?
Yeah.
And like, he's just like, you won't fucking do this again. And he's like, ready to poke his eyes out with them fucking spider claws of his.
Talons of his. No, that and the other.
That's what
happens
we
at the end of
need
that
in the
issue.
world. We need motherfuckers like that who won't conform to Peter Parker's fucking bullshit, liberal ass, fucking bleeding heart motherfucker way of life. We need people like Miguel O'Hara to team up with Frank fucking Castle so we can teach him how to fucking deal with these people. I'm good. Go on.
All right.
You sure?
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
So no, the thing I liked about it is I like how he's basically 2099 is just a wasteland,
Yeah.
and now he's got to try to he's
It's
trying to figure
almost like
out.
the Terminatoring, like
Yeah.
the shit out of the 2099 world. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I'm
still has
liking
that
that.
mentality in our present day. He's like, okay, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you and I were talking about that ending. That was a bit rough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not too familiar because I haven't been reading, religiously, or keeping up. But I'm just like, okay, this is, obviously somebody who's important to me. Oh fuck! What the hell just happened? And yeah,
No spoilers.
no
Just read
spoilers
it.
for this one.
Just
No.
read it.
No, we can't.
Yeah, just read it. Just read it.
Yeah, no, that was.
But both books, Spider-Gwen, Spidey 2099, love the artwork. Story's compelling. I would read. I
Yeah.
would continue to read both of these books.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
What do you think of the whole Spider Incorporated?
I'm not.
That's a cheap Batman knockoff. Just
Yeah.
It is
just-
a cheap
just
Batman
the name
knockoff.
alone. And
But then again, the musician in me thinks Damage Incorporated.
But I don't. I don't mind it totally. Like, I don't know. It just seems
I'm not
like
a fan
they're-
of it right now, but I mean, I'm
It
willing to
could
see
be
where it goes.
worse. Could be
My
worse.
thing is, and I keep saying this, I pray, please, Marvel, if you do one thing, do not when Peter fucks up Parker Industries, because you know he's going to.
Of
Oh,
course.
it's
Give it a
inevitable.
year. How old is he
Don't.
gonna
never
be?
prosper for too long. That's
Please
just Marvel's
do
MO.
not have him living with Aunt May again. Nobody wants
kill
to see
her
this.
already.
Yes.
Shut up.
He's hitting.
You.
He's sitting in
Why do
Ramon's
you? Yeah,
seat.
obviously. I was just about to say, you're fucking Ramon already? Christ, and he always wipes his forehead. Wipe your fucking forehead. There you go. Oh.
Oh my god. You
God
have to
damn
bleach
it.
that.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's
I'll
the
wipe
same
your floor
as
from
Batman
the
in the sense that it has Pete working with others in the Spidey family, but Dark Avenger, I'm assuming, will continue the message in a moment.
After these words.
In a moment.
After
right.
these
Commercial break.
messages, we'll be right.
There you go. When Pete leaves, he may leave it to Sajani or Anna Maria. No, I hope he doesn't.
No.
It's either Parker Industries needs to succeed or collapse.
die.
Yes.
It cannot be left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, that traitorous fucking Indian bitch needs to fucking die. Sorry, she does. And I'm not being racist. She's Indian. That's what she is. She's Indian. Not Native American, but actual Indian, like from
The
India.
polka dot. Yeah.
Oh. All right, I'm just glad I didn't fucking say
Bite
it.
the sword.
He's from South Carolina. He's like, they don't
North
even
Carolina,
get those
you
kind of
prick.
people down there.
Dark Avenger agrees.
You agree that St. Jerry should bite the sword? Thank you.
Hey-o.
But for real, like you gotta have him like
Wait, hold
go
on,
back
we
to
got-
fucking working
Oh my
for
God,
J.
I've been
Jonah
saying that. I
Jameson
can't
and the
stand
Daily
the
Bugle.
Yeah.
All right, Dark Avenger agrees. Like, wholeheartedly.
She's gotta be
Dark.
a super villain.
That
I
would
really
be
would think it'd be awesome.
I wouldn't mind
would be
seeing that.
great.
Yeah. Like this would be the buildup of an original supervillain.
And the nice long build-up of it would be
And,
nice.
Yes.
and they'll call the storyline Hostile Takeover. Anyway,
Ooh,
Yeah.
you might be onto something.
You need,
Bam, baby.
You need the copyright before Marvel steals it from
I
you.
should.
Because you know.
Well, you know what? They've already taken it.
So guys,
Yeah, it's too late.
we've reached that point in the show
Expect the
where we
world to
tell
check it
you
out.
I'm gonna keep going.
what?
The whole thing's gonna be live.
We're just gonna keep going.
Special Comic Con.
Fuck it, it's a special Comic-Con episode. Then holy shit. Guys, I want you to look in front of you. I want you to look in front of you right now. Do you see this Death Dealer snow globe? And do you see this Game of Thrones fucking like crown?
The crown of Westeros.
Thank you. We're gonna be giving
the
those
shot-
away soon. We're gonna be giving those to fucking you guys. Also, we have here 2 signed copies by the creators, the writers, and the colorists of the Paybacks. We're gonna be giving
You've
those
got
away
one.
too.
I don't know what happened to the other.
If you guys haven't read the Paybacks yet, you need to go back and you need to check out Pete's Basement, I would say like 2 weeks ago or so, where we reviewed this book. It's fucking hilarious.
And
It is absolutely hilarious.
Please somebody tell me you caught the reference of the shot glass with the crown. Please tell me you know it.
I'm sure they caught it. I'm sure they did.
You didn't,
So,
you bastard.
a while back,
You don't watch
we
Game
got
of
asked
Thrones.
by, I
That's
believe,
his
our
problem,
boy
you know?
Victor,
Well, you know.
what was our favorite series being produced right now? And my answer, wholeheartedly, like it took me a little bit to think about it, but I really, like, I had to think, like, what do I really, like, I wait for every fucking month? And if you guys aren't reading the new Archie shit, you're missing out.
Seriously?
Yo, it's so good.
I honestly never
It's
had
so
any
good.
interest in them.
Mark,
Yeah.
neither
wait
have
a
I.
minute, hang on,
Neither
hang
have
on.
I.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that this is actually more anticipated than
Spider-Man.
Ninja Turtles?
Anything. Ninja Turtles is good.
I haven't read any of it. Is it set to a more modern time?
Yes.
Compared to still being
Mark
stuck in
Waid has
1950s for
such
70
a
years?
capture of the teenage mind that Archie is beyond a shadow of a doubt my favorite book being printed right now. It's only up to issue 3. I defy you all right now, go fucking read it. Get this book and read it. And it is so much fun that when you come back on the show, you're gonna be like, holy shit, Pete, you were right. Because this past week, back on the 7th, Jughead came out. And I read through this, and it was not as good as the regular Archie title that is being written by Mark Waid. It was decent.
Oh, it's being written by Mark Waid?
Mark fucking Waid.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a
Shit,
lot.
that's
That's
a big
Daredevil.
Dude, if that's not a selling point,
That's a lot
you
of
need to
credence
get on this
right
book.
there.
It's only
Shit.
3 issues in. Just go fucking read it, and I promise you,
Yeah,
you will just
I'm
sit
gonna
there
have
like
to, 'cause
you're
Mark
gonna
Waid is
feel
fucking
like a
phenomenal.
teenager in love in high school again. When you're like,
Oh my god.
Wow.
Just because Mark
like
Waid
it's
is
just like
attached to it,
you're like,
you have to read
wow.
it.
Like you
Well,
can't help but
I'm a fan of
feel
his work,
for
so,
Archie as he
come on.
pines over Veronica, and at the same time, like he just broke up with Betty, and like Archie's kind of a dick because he's like playing both sides of the field, and you're like all throughout
got a lot of
history,
different
throughout the
meanings
last
to
50,
people.
60 years, everybody's been like, oh. Betty and Veronica are pining over Archie. We're like, wow, but Archie's a fucking
Archie's a bit
dick
of
for
an
not
asshole.
fucking telling either one of them girls how shit is.
Yeah.
Well, if it's
Yeah.
in modern days, you already know he's gonna have a 3-way lined up with them. So.
He would like to, but he's definitely not.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting asked from either one of them. And that's the more modern play. If anybody fucking has known, that's how shit goes. You think you're going to get fucking asked, but you ain't.
Well, then I know where they got the inspiration for it. Mark Waid's obviously been following me around.
Jughead, #1, was a decent book.
But
No
not,
But
bring
not
up to the
nearly
caliber
up
of-
to. I was hoping for like just an addendum to
It just-
Archie,
it just
and it
seems to
failed.
me, and even back in the day, like they would do spin-offs.
Yeah, they
for
they
Archie
did.
and all this stuff, and they all fit.
One of the
pale in
other cool
comparison
parts about
to the original
Archie
book.
is they give you the reprints of the original Archie books. Like they have the first appearance of Archie in #1. They have the first appearance of Veronica in issue 3.
Oh, wow.
And like you go back and it's like it's 1951 again, and they're introducing Veronica Lodge, and it's amazing.
There's only one Archie title that just made me look at just because of the title's name.
Archie Predator.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see
Have
that.
you read it? Please tell me you read it.
I have
It's
not read
so
it.
much
It's
fun.
It's on my PC.
Alex DeCampi wrote this thing, and if you guys are watching, please go and find our interview. Not only this past year at New York Comic Con, but last year. Alex DeCampi is one of the most. She's a beautiful mind. She is Russell Crowe in a beautiful mind. She is a wonderful woman. She is amazing. She is out of her goddamn head. She is insane.
But we love you.
I love this
sweet woman, too.
I love this woman.
Met her at special edition this past
She's
year.
amazing.
Really nice.
She has
Yeah.
such a grasp of the human psyche that it is like I'm wondering if she's human and not some alien sent down to take over control of the human race. She
started with
writes
you,
not
obviously.
only Archie
Cal
Predator,
Jenkins is somebody has a
but
crush.
also no, I absolutely do. Like Alex, if you're watching this, I love you with all my heart. You are amazing. You are so much fun to talk to. She also wrote Grindhouse Drive-In Bleed Out, which was volume 2. She wrote volume 1. It's like an 8-issue series. It's a little mini. It's like fucking reading Tales from the Crypt books. It's like Twilight Zone times 10. Killer fucking snowman. She's got tits. She's got gore. She's got everything. She's phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about this woman. Anything she writes, go buy it. Like, I'm not even saying that because she was kind enough to fucking be interviewed by us. I'm saying that because you will not fucking go wrong. Like, you will look at this and be like, I need to find more from her. That's what it is.
Apparently, after that statement, you need to tell more than I do.
Oh, we got something going there.
Oh, what do we got? Next week, after he gets a phone call from her, we get a notice that there will be no more Peach Basement. That's only because...
Wow.
No, like, listen, if I let
Wow, kick him
restraining
in the
orders stop
Kajatskis,
me,
why
we
don't
wouldn't have
ya?
gotten past season 2. Let's not be fucking ridiculous.
Gail
here.
Simone.
Seriously. Love you, Gail.
McConaughey rumored to be in as Warlock. Thoughts? That's from Relic Lore.
Matthew McConaughey as Warlock.
No.
Like, I've got these Infinity Gems, and we're just gonna stop Thanos. Like, that's
I don't
what we're
know.
gonna
That'd
do.
be weird.
I don't know about that program.
Visually, yeah. Visually, yes. Visually, I think.
But he's not allowed to talk at all.
Yeah, totally. But then again, that was the only smart thing the Fox did with the second Fantastic Four film is they gave the Silver Surfer's voice to Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
The smartest thing that they ever did. Anyway.
Did you
but
guys...
The thing is that McConaughey does not strike me as the type of guy who would play a sage character like Adam Warlock. He might look the part, but like you said,
I'm just gonna use the
gotta be
power
versatile.
gem right
he only
here.
looks the part if he's got
What do
Woody
you think?
Harrelson
Matthew
with him.
McConaughey as Adam Warlock.
I don't know. I mean, you know, he was really good in Killer Joe.
He was really good in Killer Joe, but he still had that southern drawl thing going, though.
He did have the
He
Southern
can't
drawl,
get rid of
but,
that.
But has anybody seen Killer Joe?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't.
Killer Joe is a great movie.
He's a freaking creep in that movie.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys named Joe that are a little shaky.
No, you need to see.
Don't
it's
you
by
have
the
one of them
same-
locked
okay,
up in the closet upstairs?
It's by the same guy who directed The Exorcist.
William
Exorcist
Friedkin.
didn't scare me.
Still a great movie,
William
though.
Friedkin.
It didn't like frighten me, but that is still one of the creepiest movies I've ever seen today.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Crazy.
It's atmospherically creepy. That's what
creepy
adds to
movie.
it.
Yeah, it's.
And honestly, with Friedkin, you really cannot go wrong.
No.
You know, I'm not going to call him a master, but he knows.
He knows his
No,
craft.
he's a master.
Yeah.
There is no.
I'm not qualified enough to call him a master. That's why I'm saying he's not a master.
No, I'm saying it. He's a master.
He's a master. I'm a masturbator. It's all good. So
Did you guys read Telos?
I almost got him a second time.
I did not. Convergence guy, though, right?
Yeah, Convergence guy. Did you read Telos?
Yes, I did read Telos.
Because
The majority of the issue had him dealing with Brainiac.
For the most part,
As
like
to-
he's all like, I want to find my family.
That was the basic.
Wah.
That was
Pretty much.
no. That was basically all
much
22 pages knocked down to one. Where is my family?
Pretty much.
And then Brainiac going, okay, hey.
And then
wait,
page
I'm-
22. What a twist!
Stay on the cute lady, Roger, says
the
Relic
tweet.
Lord.
And when you get to page 22, basically Brainiac is going, oh my precious.
Well, Trish, come on in.
You know, and Brainiac being his usual self, obviously, just betrays everybody under the sun because it's what he does. So he tells, I forget who the character is. He's like, hey, I'm sending Telos your way. Go ahead and kill him off. So
Computo is the
Computer, yes,
character.
thank you,
He's
thank
a
you.
living computer on Kalu.
so I am
So we've got
on.
another living computer in DC.
Of course.
Surprise,
Named-
surprise.
He's a living computer.
Scotty.
Named Computo.
Computo.
This is not the 80s.
I am
this
on-
is not
boy.
a cartoon.
Hello, computer.
This is not G.I. Joe.
Oh boy.
Use the keyboard. How quaint.
I'm honestly hoping Telos is a 6-issue series.
It's not going to be. You know they're going to try to stretch this shit into an ongoing.
Well, I'm praying that they won't make it to 6.
Think about Phantom Stranger.
Sucks.
I like the character of the Phantom Stranger.
But he doesn't
Max,
work
That's a
as
character that I would want to see
Fucking bleeding
succeed.
shit all over the place.
But it's not.
He can't. I don't think he can carry his own book. But I like to see him
It's like
in other
Gambit.
books.
Gambit is a great character. Love Gambit. Does not work in his own book.
Right.
No, did not.
But he's a great supporting character.
Yes.
Moon Knight.
Honestly,
Yeah.
they need to leave
Yeah.
him. They need to leave him in the background
Yeah.
running the Thieves Guild.
Yep.
They just need to leave him there. Honestly, forget about him for a few years.
Yep.
Then bring
Like,
back
I just-
something where the guild is
I
trying to
tried
steal
reading
whatever.
fucking Telos.
Well, even though they're sending the X-Men off planet, because you know that's what's happened.
I know.
Terrigan
It's
Mist.
Tarragon Mist.
So, but it would be great.
Gambit is the X-Men's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much a nutsack in purple and black is what he is.
I tried reading Telos, and I'm just like,
I couldn't have
I don't
described it
care.
any better myself.
Yeah,
That's
well,
well done by
I
you.
just-
So,
like-
I work with a nutsack. Hey, Gary.
he was
So-
trying to
He will watch
find
the
his
show so I can
family
get away with
and,
it.
you know, thwart Brainiac, who's just trying to get, like, the little chip of whatever, like, his life force back, and,
His memory.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just didn't find myself caring.
Yeah.
Like, that was the problem.
Well, he's not. There's not enough of the character to care about.
Right,
No,
you were
there isn't.
only introduced to him during
Convergence.
Convergence.
Yeah.
I was going to say Final Crisis, which is basically the same shit.
Same
There's,
shit.
there's one thing I believe
I
this
just
is
didn't
a,
care.
There's one thing I believe there's a major mistake with. I'm gonna just say the top 2 Marvel and DC comic books is that they make everybody, doesn't matter what the character is.
Cookie cutter.
Well, cookie cutters are ways. They try to make them they're a genius. They know everything. You got to flash back to the Miss Marvel series. Ordinary girl, high school, trying to figure things out. They need to drag their characters back to that. Because everything else is just the same
Well, that's-
thing over
You're-
and over.
That's my problem with Spider-Man.
Why don't you
yes,
say
they
that?
made him a fucking genius.
Not only did they make him a genius, now they've made him Tony Stark.
Yeah, Tony Stark Jr.
Peter
He's the
Parker
bastard
is
child.
the everyday man.
Yeah.
Guys,
And
you've just touched the star icon, and you've got 15 minutes left.
What does that mean?
You have 50 minutes left. This is a part of the Marvel. This is a part of the Mario game when like it speeds up.
Somebody threw the green turtle
says?
out.
I said. You got
Oh, you say. We've got entirely too much to talk about.
Okay.
Shout out to Tyrion. Ken Jenkins actually said
Wario
Gambit
says we have
needs
to
to
hurry
have
up.
a more in-depth fucking, you know, supporting cast, and that's the problem with that I find with
Well, the thing
Telos.
is that
Is his
Gambit
only
supposed to
supporting
be
cast
part
is
of that supporting
Brainiac.
cast.
With the Miss Marvel series, there's one thing I loved about the last issue when they're going to the final days, which honestly, going into the final days at the end of Secret Wars was really fucking stupid.
Yep.
But they had the girl meet up with her hero, Captain Marvel.
How dare they limit Pete's Basement? Roger!
If you joined us late, that's your own goddamn fault. Watch on Tuesday.
But with
He's laughing at you! I permit you to beat him
If
senseless.
you want, you could just leave the cameras rolling. We all could just leave and just leave him here by himself.
Well,
Listen,
you know what's
do you know what would happen then?
well, the thing is, he's used to that.
Nudity. Lots of nudity.
and this is my bunghole.
TP! I need TP!
That's frightening.
Hello there. I need to be for my bungo.
Are you doing it? Damn it. I didn't even look
It's
at
gotta
him.
be like this.
I didn't even look at
gotta-
him.
yeah.
Everybody in the camera.
I'm gonna fuck up.
I didn't even look at you. And
I'm
it's
glad
just-
you
it
did
happened.
it because I don't think you in that.
All right, TMNT 50.
For a small price, Pete will snuggle with you. You just have to come see.
Wait, I've got a penny.
Just like fool me into thinking you have big tits. That's like the way to my heart.
13 minutes left.
Shut the fuck up. We
He
got
didn't
plenty of
fool-
time.
13 minutes. That's how much time you got.
Hey,
for
And one book. Watch how
One
we don't
fucking
do it.
book.
And watch how we don't do it.
Obviously, now, because we just wasted 30 seconds yelling at yo ass.
keep in mind, he didn't fool you. He took his Incredible Hulk and Flip muscles, put him in his chest, blew him up, and you're like, hey, look, double D's.
Playboy stops nudity, the basement starts.
Fuck yeah.
Bringing it full circle.
I always say the basement starts because this is where all the boobs are.
Basements, yeah.
I just want to thank Jess Machete for the tattoo.
Right. No, that's our new channel, Dicks.
So guys, seriously, if you're not reading fucking Ninja Turtles from IDW, you're missing out. This is now probably a good jump on point with issue 51, but holy fuck.
No, why jump on 51? 50 was awesome.
You don't want to miss 50. This is like the final showdown
This is
between
like
the
the
Ninja Turtles
Survivor
and the Foot
Series.
Clan. Yeah.
Of
So for the
WWE,
like
man.
49 you need to get on. 49. Because this is the fight between Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello's in fucking Metalhead's body. Remember we talked about Donatello getting killed?
Talking about how he comes back out of that?
No, we're not gonna do that.
No? Okay.
Sorry, Ramon.
Donatello is Metalhead right now. Like, remember we talked about them killing Donatello, but then he went into, like, his brain was embedded in Metalhead's body, like the metal turtle and shit. So they're fighting fucking Bebop, Rocksteady, Koa, and the fucking Sharkticon motherfucker. I forget his goddamn name. Jaws or some
Wrong
shit.
universe.
Schneider.
Yeah, right.
Schneider?
Shockticons?
We'll just call him Schneider?
Sounds
Move
good.
Let's call him
your finger any closer,
Schneider.
you're gonna be picking my nose.
Call him Schneider for the sake of fucking argument. That was gross. I actually got that.
Ah.
Son of a bitch.
God. Hey, God.
So
I can breathe again.
they fucking wind up fighting these motherfuckers. Just like, and it's like a battle royal, guys. Battle royal. I don't even want to spoil so much for you because
The
you need to go
ending.
out and actually read this.
Not to get
But
too
it
far
comes
into
down
it.
to
I don't think
they
they've done
beat
it. Have they done
the
anything like this?
No.
Anything
never.
I'm going to say
never.
this much. Status quo changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
big
it's the
time.
Ninja Turtles then versus the Shredder. Like, I'm just gonna let you know that they beat the mutants, like they beat the other mutants, and it's Ninja Turtles versus the Shredder in a fucking scene that could only be taken out of Ninja Turtles 1 from like 1989, where Shredder makes mincemeat out of them. He just fucking
You know what?
fucks everybody up.
In the original book too, which I have a humongous.
He
graphic
beats the
novel,
shit out of
He
him.
beats the shit out of him.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Like, and there are so many nods to
Doesn't
the
he
original
kill,
movie.
Doesn't he die in the beginning of
Yes,
the
he does.
original
He does.
Turtles?
Yes, he does. He beats them, and like there's this like Splinter says something like death is only the beginning, or death comes for us all, Rokosaki, and you're just like, not in so many words, but you're just like, I see where you're going, rat. I know where you're at. And he's like meditating and shit on ways to beat Orokosaki, and like remembering when they used to be friends, and like when they grew up together, training and everything, and like he finds a way to overcome Orokosaki's malevolence in like just a very like kind of.
Don't give it away.
No,
Just-
I'm not. He just finds a way to beat the Shredder in a very unique way, and the Shredder at the towards the end of the book, because they do beat him. Obviously, the series has to go on. He's like, he just comes to this realization, like, holy shit, Hamato Yoshi, you were right all along, and there's just this like really serene moment where you're just like, wow, that's just like you just like.
Tear, man.
Like, wow, man. Like, it's just so fucking well written. Like,
need
you
a sad
cannot
tissue.
even believe it. It's just so good. And then the end of the book, like Michelangelo can't even fucking accept what's just happened in front of his eyes. He's just like, whoa, what the fuck? This isn't real. And he like flips out and he gets kind of a pussy out of the deal and he like runs away.
Shall I throw out a little hint?
Yeah, you could throw it out.
Okay. Chronicles of Riddick. Think the end of Chronicles of Riddick. And that's all you need to know.
Oh man, I haven't read it yet, but
No, not the
What
not right,
is
the
the
movie.
line?
The
What is
movie.
the
I
line?
haven't seen
I,
it yet.
I, no, we don't
We
say
don't
the
want to
line.
talk about that?
We don't want to talk about the
Because I
line.
guess that's too much.
If you know the movie,
I'll put this.
Okay.
I've got a good
If
idea.
you know the movie,
I've got a good
okay,
idea.
you can
Let me
get
know
an
if I'm
idea.
right. Let me know if I'm right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then he says one line at the end of that, and basically that says what you need to know about where TMNT goes.
This is a whole new era of Ninja Turtles, and the best part of this series, I find, is just when you think you know where it's going, it's just like, no,
Nah.
we're gonna go that way instead. And you just
Oh,
like,
we're going this way?
wow.
We're going
Right
this
turn,
way? Nope.
Clyde.
And it's so fucking good. It is so good. It is possibly one of the best, like, 80s, 90s genre series I've ever read in the fucking history of ever.
You just committed alcohol.
It's just so good.
Nah,
It
it's
is so
empty.
good.
There's no such
So
thing.
please go out and read it, and please hit us up so we don't have to spoil this for you. Let us know what you think. Questions@Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete'sBasement. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Pete'sBasement. And I assure you guys, all of our NYCC 15 videos will be up by the time you see this video. There'll just be a whole mess of extras. Check out this shit.
You're there, but someone
Check out
explode
this.
first.
Blue Spots by Nicolene Evans. This is just one of the interviews that we did with this very talented, lovely author of this children's book. And she has written many, many books. And this is just one of them that I picked up, which she was kind enough to autograph to Pete's Basement. Enhance your blue spots.
God, I thought
Check
they
that
said
out.
enhance your blue balls.
No.
Porn can do that.
We also have...
No, I realized I was talking about myself at that point. So.
This Iron Man from ForTheTiny that glows in the dark. We've got
Iron Man down!
Iron Man is down.
Iron Man's
Well,
down.
he's a drunkard. That's what happens. We've got Deadpool. We've got a Death Dealer Snow Globe from our good buddies at Dark Horse. We've got a Game of Thrones crown from our good buddies at Dark Horse. We have two, count them, two signed copies of the Paybacks. You remember when Ramon and I reviewed the Paybacks with fucking Night and the fucking talking unicorn? Well, we've got them both signed by the authors and the colorist, and we're gonna give them away to you motherfuckers for nothing. All you gotta do is answer trivia questions
You're
and
that
shit.
awesome.
Because we love you guys. We're gonna give all this shit away in the coming weeks. So just stay tuned and keep your fucking internets like the same
bad
that
time?
spot.
Same bad
Same
time?
Pete's Basement time, same Pete's Basement channel.
Damien and Veronica, congrats on baby pool number 3.
Those are the wrestling motherfuckers, right?
Yes.
Yes.
How do they email us?
How do they email us? Questions
With their fucking computers.
Obviously.
And?
And what?
What things you have to say?
I don't know. I went over how they have to get in touch with us. Which
This
was
is what we have to end with. We still got half a fucking
questions@pete'sbasement.com.
bottle
There
left.
was fucking Facebook.com/Pete'sBasement, and there was @Pete'sBasement on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know how else they're gonna get in touch with us.
Just bite the sword.
Bite the fucking sword, guys. Bite the sword at Instagram. Bite the sword. This motherfucker bit the sword. That's what he did. And now he's on Instagram. So it is what it is. So go follow him and send some love Todd's way. That's what it is.
The Lord knows nobody else
And
is.
by the way, check out fucking Year of the Locust, which is Cheeseburger's band. But they don't know him as Cheeseburger. They just call him Pete because they don't know me.
Roger,
So
zooming to
he's
bite
like,
the sword.
Very true. Very true.
They could call me
I actually
pizza.
chomped down on
like
one of those
if you want to
swords
make
on
it
the wall.
fair, you could make it fair. Like
Cheeseburger
your
and pizza.
cheeseburger,
Yeah.
they could call me pizza.
That's
I'm
a
cool with
fantastic
that.
idea.
Listen, I'm not just a pretty face. I'm good for this shit. I think outside the box, motherfucker.
What day of pizza are you up to?
Outside
What day of pizza are you up
What day of October is it, sir?
to? 16.
It is the 16th, so obviously I'm up to day 16. I have been eating pizza 16 days straight, and no, for any of you naysayers out there, I'm not tired of it yet. And no, my cholesterol is not fucking high. My triglycerides, on the other hand, might be a little up there. But we're gonna talk about superhero get in shape exercises come November. So we'll see you then. In the meantime, hit us
Got
up,
one for
questions@Pete'sBasement.com, Facebook.com/Pete'sBasement. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Pete'sBasement. And as always, thank you for fucking tuning in because you are the reason we do this shit. I mean, besides alcohol, you can convince me of just about anything with alcohol.
That's just the curse
Get-
booster. That's all it is.
Honestly, what the fuck? 60-year-old drunk bitch told you had a pretty face.
I'm cute.
And cut.
Pete's Basement is copyright 2015, Ripped Productions and Pete's Basement LLC. All rights reserved, so go fuck yourself.
Yes, Edie Kamosi, yep.
He knows what Bo don't know.
Touch them up and
Touch 'em
go.
up and go. Uh-oh.
Cha-cha-chang-chang.
Wow, we are so showing our age. Funny, bro.
I'm logging on to fucking
I know,
Periscope right now.
Oh, aside from Roger, I think I might be the oldest guy
Shut up!
here. I'm not sure.
Don't tell me my business, devil woman. It's poop again. Don't put it out with your boot stand. Tarnation, it's one of them flaming bags again. I know I'm going about this in the complete opposite way.
Oh, don't know. Touch them up and go. Uh-oh.